Hi, this is Dr. Shweta Jain here, and let me give a brief introduction of myself. Students, I am working as a professor of English at Maharaja Sayajirao University of Vadodara, and I'm a senior trainer of communication skills and English literature. Students, let me just give my background. I have done my MPhil and PhD in English, and today I'm here to discuss something about the scope of English literature. Let's discuss about the course and career opportunities we can get in this field. Right, so whenever we think of English literature students, the first question that comes to our mind is like, what is literature? What is it about? So students, literature is a very broad subject. It is basically a philosophy. It's a work of art, and literature basically is used to describe anything. You can keep it from creative writing to more technical or scientific words, students. It refers to your creative imagination. It is an art that aims at producing beauty in your writing, beauty in your reading, beauty in your speaking, and of course, beauty in your entire personality. So literature forms your personality and it enhances your language, right, students? So that is, the basics of what is literature and why we have to read it. We have to read it because it is an interpretation of life and it helps us in refining our personalities. So the different kinds of English literature, basically we can broadly divide it into fiction and non-fiction categories. These are the basic categories. And in fiction literature, then you have various aspects like, you can study drama, you can, read fables, fairy tales, fantasy stories, fictional narratives are there, folklores are there. Then you have historical fiction, you have tragedies, you have comedies, you have humor, horror, mystery, poetry, you have realistic and scientific fiction also as well. Short stories are there. You might have read various novels. So everything, all of these things, these categories, they come in the fictional literature, students. Apart from this, there is non-fiction literature also that includes all kinds of informational writings, like you might have read autobiographies, you might have read essays, narratives, speech. All of these are a part of non-fiction. So these are the basic broad categories of literature, and then as per your interest, you can think about you want to study fiction literature or non-fiction literature, what is going to be useful to you. We are further going to discuss about the broad scopes of all these types of works of literature. So let me brief you about it. Some of the skills that are the basic requirements for getting an entry into this field, or if you want to get into literature, what basically look forward to is like you should have a quick learning of new concepts, you should be open to new ideas, right? You should be more creative, you should have imagination. Literature is all about expressing your thoughts and ideas, right, by using very good language and all that. So you should have those basic skills of understanding, a critical thinking skill. Then you should have some passion for that. You can spend extra time in the library reading, writing, right? You can do all those kind of exercises, speaking, listening to watching English movies, reading The Speaking Tree in Times of India, it is there. So it's like very message oriented, as well as it gives you a great understanding of the language. So this is the basic passion, the basic knowledge of the language, and the learning, quick learning of the new concepts. This is what you require for getting into this field, students. Why should you go for English literature? Why should you get into this field? How is gonna help you further? So there are so many things related to this which come in our minds, and we keep on thinking and discussing. But as a professional, I would like to guide you, students, that yes, definitely getting into this field, especially in this modern era, it's like too good. It is a very 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 good field for the modern contemporary age, where you require a lot of language skills. Because see, students, after all, what is literature? Literature is a pedagogical tool for enhancing your language, right? So getting into this field will refine your personality, make you a confident communicator, which can help you, get into higher positions. And the skills that you get through this, the knowledge of English literature, it makes you marketable basically in most of the sectors, right? It opens your doors towards various career opportunities, like you can become a writer, you can get into education, you can get into journalism. And in the it's a modern digital age, you require a lot of there are a lot of websites coming up, a lot of writing work is there, then education field is booming. So after having a perfect knowledge of this, you are marketable in most of the sectors, students. So students, you might think like which subject I should go for, because English literature is a very broad field. So we can opt for different subjects based on our need, based on the interest, right? You can choose for English language, or you can choose for the history of English literature. Then you have American literature, you have Indian literature. Then the most booming field nowadays is new literature and criticism. You can go for critical writings and all those things. Then there is functional writing. Applied linguistics is also a very innovative field in this very innovative subject in the field of English literature. Then you have professional writing. You can take sentiments and sensation as your subject if you are very creative and you have very lot of ideas coming up in your mind. You feel you have a creative writing instinct, get into sentiment and sensation. So these are the different broad subjects in English literature which you can opt for. It all depends upon your interest and what you want to what you're thinking in your mind later on. So these are the different fields. You can opt for literature or language. Both of these are available in the fields of English literature, students. So basically the entry requirement, students, for high literature courses is high school qualification with a good average percentage. And then you can also many colleges, they allow students from other subjects also to get into this if they have a good percentage in 12th. Then generally the admission to these courses is merit based, as I told you. So mostly there are no entrance exams, but then if some colleges and universities may take a basic comprehension or language test, and at the time of admission you need to give it. But generally it is merit based. Type of entrance exams that I told you some universities and colleges take. So I can tell you about some major acclaimed universities in India and what are the exams like they take from the students who want to enter there. So one is Jawaharlal University entrance exams, that is JNUEE. Then you have the Banaras Hindu University exam, that is BHUPET. Then you have the University of Hyderabad UOH entrance exam. So these are some of the literature entrance admission exams. These universities are very acclaimed. They take these exams to help you get into the course, and the course is like very professional. When you do that, after that you have very good chances of getting good placements ahead. Then Delhi University is again very famous, and the entrance test that it takes is by the name of DUET. That's Delhi University entrance exam, students. So it's like after once you clear this exam, then you can get courses in literature and language as per your interest. So especially in India, the students may suffer from problems like unqualified teachers, or if they have if the student is from a vernacular medium, so he may have a very low language proficiency. There can be lack of reading skills or speaking skills, or maybe the student doesn't feel confident or motivated in the beginning, because generally you don't have a prior knowledge of all those things. But then gradually, when you are mentored by proper professional trainers, you get that confidence, you come out of those cultural prejudices, and then you get an enhancement in your personality, in your language, and so on and so forth. So students, I would like to quote here, where there is a will, there is a way. So there is no challenge which you cannot overcome. If you have a will, you can overcome that. So you should try to listen to your trainers, follow their guidance, take counseling from time to time, and go accordingly. So then definitely you will succeed. Students, language come to you as naturally as leaves to a tree. So it's very important that we become very friendly with the subject that we are opting for, and if we have that interest, then definitely we are going to excel in that field, students. So this is the way you can overcome your challenges. Now students, you may have a question in your mind, what should I opt for, a BA English or a BA English Literature? Or basically, is there any difference between these courses? So yes, students, there is a little bit difference in these courses. Whereas English literature courses are more concerned with the thematic content of the text, right? So here you will have to study more of poetry, more of prose, and then larger bodies of work. You need to study here. English language course is more scientific in nature. It looks into the segments, language segments like syntax, morphology, phonology, right? So if you do a BA English, you go into that scientific nature of the language rather than the theoretical part. So this is the basic difference. So let me tell you some famous players in this field. Some of the famous universities are from Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Banaras, etc. As I told you before also, it's Delhi University, which is the University of Delhi, which is very famous, and it allows you to choose various options in literature and language. You can choose any course as per your need and interest. Then you have that Lady Shri Ram College in Delhi, which is also very good. Then University of Mumbai, it also offers you multiple courses, and you can choose various options as per your interest. Then University of Mumbai allows you to choose among multiple colleges in Mumbai, out of which, like the famous college, some of the famous colleges, if I want to tell you, one of them is St. Xavier's College, which is very famous, and you can do your course from there. It offers you very good choices in literature and language. Then Banaras Hindu University is a very acclaimed university, and you can choose various options in literature and language and do a course here. Then you have this Presidency College in Chennai, which is also very famous, highly acclaimed, and offers a lot of innovative courses in language and literature. Then you have Hyderabad Central University, which is again a very, very prestigious university in the field of literature and language, and you can take, opt for different courses in language and literature from this particular college. Then you have this Symbiosis University from Pune, which is again a very, very, very acclaimed name in this field. A lot of language and literature options are available there. So students, these are some of the most famous or the topmost universities and colleges which I told you, which you can choose from. And apart from this, there are many other universities and colleges. When you research, you will find out the name of so many more universities and colleges, but I've told you the name of the topmost colleges. One more is this the English and Foreign Language University in Hyderabad. If you want to opt for an English language course, then it is a wonderful university to take your course forward there. I would here mention the name of some of the most famous universities abroad. So to name a few universities, one is Durham University in UK. Then Oxford University, many of us know about it, and there are a lot of courses in language and literature that you can opt there. Then you have the Boston University in US. You can choose various courses related to literature and language there. Then the Kingston University is also very famous. It is in UK, students. Excuse me. Then University of Toronto in Canada is another acclaimed university in this field. Then you have the University of Sydney in Australia. This is again another very famous university where you can go and study. It gives you a very good environment as well as a lot of innovative courses in literature and language. Now, as I told you, it's the digital era. In the contemporary scenario, you can find a lot of companies asking you to create a superb content for the products, right? So you can become a content writer if you have the knowledge of English literature and language. It will help you find a role in this field. Then you can, become as I told you, there are careers in education, there are careers in mass media, there are careers in journalism, right? And there are careers in HR. So many things you can opt for if you have done an English literature course. You can choose to be an event manager, you can choose to be a librarian, you can choose to be a copywriter, a content writer, an educator, HR manager, and many more. So, the career is vast and there are many options open for you if you do a course in literature or language students. You may have in mind, like, what is my scope for further education if I do a BA? Basically, if you do a graduate course, basically, and then what I can do more in this, how I can go ahead, how I can excel in this field. So that's the scope of. There is a lot of further education that you can do in this field. So after a BA, you can opt for a MA, you can opt for a MPhil, Master's in Philosophy. Then finally, you can do a PhD, of course. A PhD, according to the National Education Policy also, they have given a lot of weightage to PhD. So if you take a PhD in English, which is also available with famous colleges like IIMs, IIT also offer in the humanities department, they offer you, literature and language PhD. You can do it from there, and then you get very highly acclaimed positions if you do such kind of a PhD from a good college. You can make your career into creative writing, into literary studies. You can read medieval literature. Then further studies you can do in the marketing field, in business entrepreneurship, in finance, in humanities also you can go ahead. I mean, you have lot of areas where you can do your masters in. Right, so it all depends upon your interest, your necessity, and based on that, after a BA, you can opt for any of these further, career courses. The career options available are many. To brief a few, and to tell you like how and what you can do. So you can choose the field of journalism if you are interested in news reports and all this. So the demand of journalists is growing in numbers, and there is it's a very prestigious career choice, and a lot of options are available. You can take mass communication, so there you can do MA in journalism and communication, or public relations. Then you can get into media like TV, newspapers, correspondence, fashion photography, advertising, film industry. So many things are there. If you take a MA in mass communication, you can take all of these courses, career options. Then if you do a master's in public relations, then there are again many opportunities in that areas. You can choose your career in marketing and advertising after doing a literature course. Then you can, if you do a master's in marketing and advertising, you get, high positions. You can become a copywriter, or you can become a marketing coordinator or HR manager, something like that. So there are so many things available. Then you can also do a master's in digital marketing or social media marketing. You know how popular social media is in the modern age. So, you can choose to be a content writer or a blogger. Even there are students who have some interest in the law field. So even after literature, you can opt for a paralegal field, or you can do a higher course in the legal field and get into becoming like a paralegal assistant, or a mediator, or a court reporter, or a lawyer. I mean, you can choose any high courses, and you are eligible for that after doing a BA in English. Right? So these are the various career options. If you want to become an educator, then again there are so many job options for you students. Like you can become an academic manager, or an academic research writers. Research is being very popular, and a lot of weightage is given to research. So if you get into this field, you again get very high positions. You can also become a foreign language teacher. Study abroad has become a very interesting thing, and it gives you a lot of opportunities. It opens your doors towards a great career. So if you want to study abroad, then you can for the English, if you have done a course in English language, you can help the students studying abroad by being a foreign language teacher, right? You can then become an analyst or a product manager. So all of these career options are available for our English literature or language graduate students. So students in English literature, if you get into this field, so the average salary at the entry level right now, it's a very competitive scenario. But English literature graduates are eligible to get around 2 to 3 lakh rupees per annum in the very beginning, which is a very, very good figure. If you're drawing that much entry level salary, it's a very good thing. If you are just working, as a research associate, as a research project, on a research project, you can get a partial salary of around 1 to 2 lakh rupees that you can do as a part-time thing as well. After getting good experience, after being an educator for some years, after getting into the field of research, and as you get more and more experience, with the years increasing, your salary, it's like ever increasing. And the experienced educators and researchers, writers in this field are drawing very high salaries, more than 15 lakhs. But that is over the years, when you're very diligent and sincere with your things, when you are working regularly in that field, and then with experience, you can draw higher salaries also, students. And there are a lot of support in this field. If you want to be an entrepreneur in this field, definitely now, India is a developing nation, and a lot of things, in the national education, under the national education policy, government is providing so many things to the young innovative minds. A lot of support is there in the field of entrepreneurship, in English literature also. So you can open your own English language or literature academy. You can create your own website, start working as a blogger or a content writer. You can have your business, consultancy business online, right? You can have a professional language or literature academy. You can get into legal writing and other services. So all of these are, entrepreneurship opportunities which you can get in these areas, and a lot of support is provided for that. You can also open a study abroad center. So students from English literature and language field are working as journalists, reporting on news, working on, local events, and creating professional research on that. Then people from the literature and language field are educators, as school teachers, or in college, teaching in colleges, universities, or acclaimed institutions. They are placed as editorial assistants. So who are editorial assistants? Who work both with the editor as well as are involved in the administrative role. You can also choose to be placed as a social media manager, where you are trying to handle all the social media and marketing stuff. You are responsible for planning and implementing all these effective digital marketing strategies there. So you can choose to become that. You can become a paralegal assistant. So after a literature course, if you do something from the field of law, then you can become a paralegal support lawyer, and you can draft documents, maintain files, create reports, and do all those research activities there. You can become an advertiser, definitely, a public relations manager, marketing manager. So you can opt for higher courses after literature and then get into these very high positions also, students. So this is, the basic things that I wanted to share to you and give you my inputs, because being from the field of literature, I've done a lot of research, and being an educator, I just wanted to be your guiding light, so that you can move ahead. If you're taking this field, you can become shining stars in this field. This is what I bless you all for, and I know all of you are aspiring students, and my inputs, I believe, will help you in making your career into this field. And students, my final suggestion to you is work diligently, sincerely, be focused. With perseverance, you can acquire your professional edge, right? So the early you begin, the better it is. And the courses in literature are very innovative in the modern age. Choose for a course as per your interest, right? And it's a very bright field, especially in this age of digitization. It's a very, very, very good field. And if you take literature in this digital world, you can, opt for so many courses, as I told you. It refines your personality. It enables you to develop, so many, your communication skills help you to become refined educators, refined communicators, and getting very high job profiles. So students, that is all I want to, tell you or share with you. These are my inputs to all of you literature and language aspirants, and I wish you good luck so that you reach the pinnacle of this particular career and this field, students. Thank you so much. Have a very good day.